I'm doing all right. How are you, Shay?
I'm great. Congratulations, sir, on your magnificent win. Before we get started, as tradition,
hey,
the boy
go
is
ahead,
safe.
rock that gold.
The boy is safe for yet another week. It's not as big as the one that you had, but this will do.
There you go.
Before we get started, I have to tell the chat, as customary, everybody put the X in the chat. Do you know what that means, sir?
Everybody put the X in the chat.
You might know part of it.
All right, now I'm blanking. It's been a long couple hours. I ain't got no sleep.
You have two emojis in the chat.
Okay.
One of them is a person holding up an X.
Yep.
Do you want to know what the other one is?
Is it just like the red X out?
Nope.
What's the other one?
The women have given you the eggplant emoji throughout.
Oh.
Through all my protesting, they would not listen to me, but they have given this to you. So you have to say thank you to Hannah, because she took a lot of punishment for you.
So I have either the X cross sign or I have an eggplant emoji.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess it be like that sometimes.
So I want to ask you, how does it feel to be at the top of the mountain? Like, you had the Danielle Reyes, you have the Marvin Latimers, even Will Mega season 1, but now at the top of the mountain is Xavier. What is that truly like?
It's an incredible feeling. You see some players who have tried to accomplish what you have accomplished, and I know I wouldn't have got here if I didn't have 5 other individuals in the house with the same vision and goal in mind that I had. I'm not sitting here as crowned as Big Brother season 23 winner without every other member of the Cookout Alliance. And for us to all come together and stay fixated on that goal, it was truly something beautiful.
For sure. Okay. Do you want to hear the moment I became sold on you?
Okay, what's going on? Speak on
it. Brandon Frenchie was still in the house.
Oh wow, we going way back. Okay,
going way back.
That's at least week 1. That's week 1.
Yeah. Travis hadn't went home yet.
Wow. Okay, week 1. So talk to me on it.
So, Frenchie decided he wanted to get mad at Kylan, and it was when you were trying to defuse the whole Kylan Frenchie thing. Mm-hmm. So when Frenchie walks out of the HOH room, you had probably one of the greatest cam talks of all season, and it was when you said, "Everybody get up here right now, because everybody in here is tripping." And now at that moment I said, Xavier's going to be able to corral them. So looking back at week 1, how much did your game evolve from that? Because you were very reserved back then.
Yeah, I knew coming into this game I wanted to play more of a low-key reserve game, especially from a competitive standpoint. Socially, I wanted to make connections, but not be disingenuous with my connections. I didn't want to seem over zealous, trying to go out and like, hey, I want to be your friend. Hey, I want to be your friend. Like, no, we'll be friends. We're in the house 24/7. I'm gonna meet you. You gonna meet me. We'll be friends. And then from there, that kind of helped develop social relationships in the house to where people now, oh, hey, he seems like an all right guy. I can work with him. And then from there, I just continued to try to position myself well until eventually it came time for me to then start winning some competitions, get a little bit of power to establish trust in the house, or win competitions just when I need to prevent myself from being on the block any further, or to accomplish the goals of the cookout. And that's just kind of how I planned on playing the game. And I think that was shown in my gameplay.
Well, I think you didn't get enough credit either. And you sacrificed so much with the cookout, with it being Christian, whether it was Christian, whether it was Whitney. You had a relationship with Whitney, you had a relationship with Alyssa, and I kind of disagreed with some of the way you went at first until I realized that I think you took a lot of the target off your back by literally being the biggest sacrificial lamb I think we've seen in a long time.
You mean by getting nominated so many times? Or
nominated so many times. Whenever it was time for like the people that you were cool with to be moved off the block, you never complained. You made it very easy, because that's where Tiffany messed up.
Yeah, I would say with Christian, I had a little more fight back. I would definitely concede that, Christian, I was like, oh, well, maybe we keep him around. This is my boy a little bit. And Tiffany was like, yeah, maybe we keep him around. Tiffany and I were kind of eye on that. But I think Tiffany played an amazing game. I think in the house when we're competitors, we aren't able, like, obviously we knew each other were playing good games, but we can't really give the praise that I think the other one deserves just because we're in that competitive mindset. But Tiffany played an amazing game. She was also representing Michigan in her own right. So shout out to her. And, but yeah, that was where, that's where the game gets difficult because you develop these personal relationships. You see people who are loyal to you, but then you have the cookout, which has to take priority over literally everything because of what it represents. And I would say when I need to do what needed to be done, when Tiffany needed to do what needed to be done, or any other member of the cookout needed to do what needed to be done, it was, even if it may have been like, I don't like it, we still ultimately did what needed to be done. And I think that's why we were successful. Well,
when it was time for Tiffany, was it really light switch like it looked for you? It looked like when she got hokey in that HOH, that you were pretty much sold at that point. Is that true?
It was definitely Tiffany and I literally sat down and had a conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm frustrated. And she was like, yeah, I wanted the HOH. And we were just like, we just was real on it. And for me, she knew how I felt in week 6 when I felt like Kylan made a selfish move, and she felt the same way. So then for her to do it in week 9, I was like, obviously you can understand my frustrations, because now when you make those selfish moves, it can sometimes put the cookout in a compromised position. And that I had an issue with just because of what the cookout represents. But I mean, when I look back at it, when he won his week 6 HOH, it worked out. When Tiffany won her second HOH back to back, not only did she become a legend, but it still worked out in our favor. I know she didn't like having to nominate Claire, but she did what needed to get done. And so I can't fault it because it all worked out in our favor. We made it to final 6. And I think whatever any member of the cookout did or didn't do worked because we got to final 6.
And more importantly, you got to final 1. I'll say it for you.
I got to, sit in them chairs and get a nice little payday.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this, because you did. I had to get on you because you did. You turned your back on the cookout for 2.2 seconds.
Okay, when did I do that?
You were on the wall.
Oh. All competition?
You try to get Derek Zhao to throw it to Alyssa when no one wanted that to happen.
Oh, no. Alyssa was trying to make a deal with Derek X.
No.
I wasn't getting off the wall until Alyssa got down.
No.
What you mean?
I got you. I got him. Yes. I got the check. I promise you. I timestamp.
If you got the check, then I very well could be wrong. But
it was, I thought that what you were doing at that moment was actually a better move, but it actually worked out because I think you got your instant karma, because you ended up trying to make a deal with Derek Zhao after Alyssa went down again, and he promised you like some Sour Patch Kids and some goofy stuff, and then you ended up being a have-not soon thereafter. So I felt it was instant karma for you.
Oh, being a have-not's not fun, but that's a small price to pay in the Big Brother game. But no, with Derek X, Alyssa dropped, and at that point, I was like, okay, if I really want a Kings member to be safe, I can stay up here and win. But with Alyssa dropping, I knew if all it took was for me to drop for a Kings member to then be targeted at, because I knew everyone had our team's name in their mouth. And from our team, the biggest competitive threat at the time was Christian. So I was like, if I made a deal with him and Alyssa made a deal with him, he's not coming after either of us. He'll likely take a shot at Sarah Beth or Christian. But if he really wants to take a shot, he's going to look at Christian. And that's what ended up happening.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me ask you before I get ready to get you out of here. What was your hardest comp of the season to you? Whether you won it or threw it or not.
Honestly, I want to say my micro cocktails. That comp was like
we were sweating like crazy.
Yeah, and the room was hot. I was looking at Big D. I was like, this room is hot. And then you got these big tweezers with these little itty bitty cups. And I'm a lawyer. We're not known for, I guess, steady hands. You see our handwriting is chicken scratch. So like, I was just like, this isn't it. And then I'm looking at the competition. We got Big D, Azza, Alyssa, Tiffany, and Hannah. I was like, I know all of y'all have far steadier hands than me. This ain't my comp. There's no way I'm winning this competition. One of y'all gonna have to take it. And then Alyssa won. Apparently she was moving too.
Yeah. Well, I want to say congratulations from the late night crew to the champion, Xavier. It is truly an honor to have you on the show. Any parting words you have for us, sir?
To any member of the Black community who was a fan of what the Cookout did this season, just please remember that everything we did, we kept you guys in mind. We never wavered on that. We came in with a goal to make sure that Big Brother Season 23 would crown its first Black winner. We achieved that goal. I hope we made you guys proud, and I hope to be a good representative for the Black community moving forward, and also the Big Brother community.
Well, thanks to you, Xavier, we have on LNC started an official cookout we're doing every year for free of charge for the community, because you have inspired us to have the whole crew together. And I'm dead serious, because I'm gonna Instagram you a tribute we made for the final 3 for you guys.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations, sir. Get you some sleep. I know you're tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna see what I can do. Thank you.
No doubt.